Hello everyone, my name is Christian Eschbach, and welcome to another one of my album reviews. For this review, we are looking at AFI December Underground. I like the cover. The cover's cool. That's kinda... The booklet's kind of nice. It's kind of interesting. I like the photography. The artwork's not bad. I'm trying to stretch this out because it's going to be a really fast review. I don't like the album. I'm going to be completely honest with you. Miss Murder, which is track 3 on here, is literally the only song on this album I actually like and will listen to outside of listening to this album. I find most of it very boring, blasé, very derivative. This would have been... I don't know if these guys would have been classified as emo. I definitely want to say they're emo. There's definitely that emo sound. This album's definitely emo anyways. You got Jade Puget, I'm not sure. Puget on guitar. Davey Havoc on vocals. Adam Carson on drums, and Hunter on bass. Instrumentally, it's not bad, but there's no... Miss Murder has some good hooks to it. Miss Murder actually has some vibe to it, something. It actually does something. Most of the other songs I find just drone on, and they're really boring with no real, like, oh my god, it's whiny emo shit. Sorry, folks, I'm going to say it. This album, to me, is just some whiny emo shit. There's other words I would use, but wow, man, I'd get canceled for using those. This is just bad, man. I just not. Davey Havoc, I cannot stand his voice. Oh my god, he whines throughout the entire album. Like, that's all this is just whining. I'm miserable, I'm miserable. I'm picturing some kid in a corner crying the entire time because some girl broke up with him. Like, don't get me wrong, man. You go through some heartbreak. There's nothing wrong. Vent it, cry, let it out. By all means, please do. That is good for your emotional health. Do not release an entire album of you whining in the corner like a little bitch. Oh my god. Okay. As an example of do's and don'ts, alright? Typo negative, unsuccessfully coping with the natural beauty of infidelity. The Origin of the Feces album. That's what I meant. Or either one of the first two. Slow, Deep, and Hard, or Origin of the Feces. Either one of those. They both work for this argument. Where I'm trying to go with this is anger. Let it out. Rage it the hell out. And then come back stronger with more in-depth music. Sort of. Maybe typo's not necessarily the best bet to go with on that one, or best example to go with, as, you know, sometimes Peter Steele can get a little frickin' whiny. But his voice isn't whiny. This guy's voice, man, I cannot stand this dude's voice, man. Oh my god, what was his name again? Like, I just... Davey Havoc. Davey Havoc's voice just sucks, man. I'm sorry. And the worst part is it's not even... It's this time, like, realistically, I find a lot of the vocals on here don't sound any different than listening to My Chemical Romance. The difference is My Chemical Romance has great music behind it, really inspired music. Something like each song sounded different, sounded unique, sounded kind of special to me, you know, like, or at least everything that I've ever heard from My Chemical Romance. You know, like there's something different in there. Even if he does sound like, what's his face? I can't think of the guy's name. Also another one who whines way too much for my liking. But at least the music's there. This is just repetitive, boring and whiny. It's like, take all the parts I hate about grunge, where it's just kind of the same shit over and over and over again, kind of going on with the droning, and then you throw a whole bunch of whining on top of that, and oh man, I'm not cool, man. Just not cool. So really quickly, let's cover the songs on here. Prelude, 1221. It's a little bit of an opener. It's kind of like there and it's done. Kill Caustic. With a name like that, I would have expected something a lot more interesting. Miss Murder's fun. I can see how Miss Murder even ended up on Guitar Hero because it is really a fun song. It's really enjoyable. I dig that one. And I can see why that was released as a single and why that single did well. But let me tell you, man, if I had bought this album just off that one song, I'd be pissed. I didn't buy this album either. This showed up in the collection from somewhere. You got Summer Shudder. All right. The Interview. All right. Love Like Winter. Whatever. Affliction. Okay, whatever. The Missing Frame. Whatever. Kiss and Control. Whatever. The Killing Lights. Whatever. 37 millimeter. Whatever. Endlessly, She Said. Whatever. You know, like, Miss Murder, once again, only song that popped out on this album. Outside of that, the rest of them were just boring and did not stand out in the slightest. Maybe I'm being too hard on this album. I mean, it could just be a personal taste thing. I really just, not my wheelhouse. I'm really not. There's nothing, very little redeeming qualities for me on this album, man. Let me know what you think. Maybe I'm just being way too hard. I don't know. I mean, it's not even that it's a slower album or anything like that either. I like Nick Cave. You know, Nick Cave doesn't do big, fast, heavy songs. I mean, songs can get heavy and hard and shit like that, but that's not the same as this. You know what I'm saying? All right, that's it. I rambled on long enough. I'm not going on with this one anymore. Let me know what you think, folks. Am I being too hard on this album? If so, leave me a comment. Let me know that I'm being too hard on this album. What song do I need to go back and re-listen to? What is it I'm not giving a fair chance to? Let me know. If you just want to go on about how my ripping on Havoc's vocals shows the, you know, blah, 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 blah. Whatever, go ahead. Leave a comment. Let me know what you think. On your way down, you'll see a link to the TWA, that's the Trampoline Wrestling Association. Check it out. I love the Trampoline Wrestling Association. Good fun times. There's also a link to Patreon. Check that out as well, please. Like button, subscribe button, bell for notification. If you could click on those, that would be great. Peace, love, take care.